innover, financer, accompagner. La Caisse d'épargne de Midi-Pyrénées, partenaire des acteurs de l'économie.
Good morning, Rand Hindi.
Good morning.
So you are an entrepreneur and data scientist. You have a bachelor in computer science and a PhD in bioinformatics from University College London. You started coding at the age of 10, and now at only 30 you're a CEO of Snips. It's a startup specialized in artificial intelligence and more especially in context awareness. What exactly do you call context awareness? And in your mind, the object will anticipate the need of a person, isn't it?
Yeah, so the idea of context awareness is that objects can sense and react to the context of the user.
Okay.
So it can basically analyze all of the environment, your life, your social network, and based on that, learn how to best interact with you.
Okay, so it's technology in the service of human beings.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole idea is you want to make this interface between people and technology as smooth as possible so that it doesn't feel like there is such a big divide.
So yeah, you want technology to be less intrusive in our life.
Oh, way more than this. I want it to disappear.
You want technology to disappear?
Yeah, it really makes no sense because when you look at it, technology is supposed to help us do stuff. But because we're forced to learn how to use each of those devices, you're actually spending a lot of time and effort just making them do whatever you want. So if you can add context awareness to all of those devices, you don't have to do that anymore. They just adapt to the environment and what you want to do.
I'll say, so you want to develop IA not to be enslaved by technology?
Yes. I actually fundamentally believe that artificial intelligence and privacy are the two key elements to live in a hyper-connected future.
Yes, because artificial intelligence and technology has to be encrypted and controlled because it can be dangerous for humans also. I mean,
so privacy is not just a nice marketing argument. The reason why it's so important is because there has been in the past massive abuses of privacy which led to hundreds of thousands of people being killed in Europe during the wars. And right now, because this is old for us, we're forgetting that. But if everything about your life is being analyzed, monitored, and centralized on a server, if someone hacks into the server, then your whole life is at risk. And this is something I fundamentally don't believe should ever happen. And privacy can be guaranteed through modern techniques.
And IA can be controlled in your mind, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. So AI needs data, which is why the privacy thing is important. But AI fundamentally is just an algorithm, right? I know that there has been a lot of talks about sentience and AIs and them taking over and killing us and everything. But I believe that this is so far in the future that what really matters today is how can we use AI as a tool that we as humans control in order to solve problems that are impossible to solve otherwise.
And in order to make technology disappear for us.
That is my current focus, making technology disappear, but you could use it for so many other things, everything from medical diagnosis to predicting depression, to helping people who have trouble communicating to communicate better with other humans. I mean, the scope of what you can do with the current AI technologies is huge.
In your opinion, how is the entrepreneurial ecosystem in France compared to Europe? Is it developed? Is it starting to grow?
Yes. I came back in France in 2011, and back then there were only maybe one event per week about technology. Over the last 4 years, you now have hundreds of events every week. And this tells you a lot, right? I could see that shift happening from a very pioneering ecosystem to what is now today a viable alternative to joining a big company. And this is important because if people feel that starting a company, being an entrepreneur, is a viable career, it means more people will try. It means more problems will be solved by those entrepreneurs. So it can only be better.
But a lot of people say that it's difficult to be a scientist and an entrepreneur in France.
Yes.
How do you feel it?
So interestingly enough, being a scientist made me a lot more credible in my work because I knew what I was talking about. And this is something in America they call founder market fit. If you're going to be doing something hardcore tech, you better actually know about it. right?
Yeah.
So in those cases, it's very important. But what's interesting is that as the company grew, I was less identified as a scientist and more as an entrepreneur. So I think it just depends on the stage of your company.
Okay. Is there a lot of people working on IA? It's a very precise field of competences, and is there a lot of people?
So I think the real question is how many people actually know what they're doing with it?
Yeah.
Very few. How many people use it? A lot. Because it became really accessible today. You've got most of the algorithms are open sourced. They're already coded in libraries, and so anybody can just hack around with some simple languages like Python. It doesn't mean they understand what's going on, but it can still solve their problems, so why not?
You're participating in MTech France today. Why MTech is important for European and French ecosystem in technology?
So, again, I think any movement, any conference that promotes not just startups as I'm going to build a photo sharing app that's going to be hopefully worth billions, but rather promote technology, right? Really the empowerment of technology for the future of society. Anybody who does that is worth a lot of support, and I think MTech has been pioneering in that sense.
And what is the impact of MTech France for the community, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how you could actually measure that. I wouldn't be able to give you a precise answer. I can just tell you the impact it had for me, both through the Under 35 Innovators Award as well as the conferences. It gave a lot of credibility, right? What it's doing is it's helping people discover new innovators, people you might not have heard about because they were not yet mainstream, but because what they were doing with technology is so radically disruptive, MTech is able to put them forward and therefore make their work more meaningful faster.
Okay, thank you very much, Rand Hindi.
Innover, financer, accompagner. La Caisse d'épargne de Midi-Pyrénées, partenaire des acteurs de l'économie.